Alright guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Probably going to talk here for a little bit. I have a few seconds of videos, a few clips from work today, a few pictures. I don't know, but if you can tell by the title of this video, had a bad day, sorta, I guess. It was just really rough. Just don't really like the situation I'm in right now. I don't know if it's just part of the bad day or if it's just the situation at work that I'm not really vibing with. I'm not sure. Anyways, it just feels like everything is piling up on me right now, and so I can't really pinpoint the problem exactly, but I'm not feeling good right now. Like, I just don't know if it's the 10-hour days, if it's just like the work situation dealing with customers. But this is a lot different than I've ever dealt with at any of the other companies that I've ever worked for. I've always just kind of go to the job site, have a foreman, they tell me what to do, I do it. But right now it's kind of like I'm working for like 7 different people, sort of. I bounce between like seven different people, and sometimes I have to go to job sites where, like right now, this is kind of the first time I've been in this situation, but I'm going to a job site and then I'm on my own and then I'm dealing with like this customer. And so it's just kind of really stressful. I'm not really liking it. So hopefully I don't have to deal with this much in the future. But it's just like, everything isn't quite together at this company that I'm working for. They give me a van, I take it, and then they need the van back, and then I have to drive my car. And then it's like I need parts, and then I don't have any parts. But anyways, dealing with some lighting today at work. Went back to the same job site that I was at yesterday. I'll show you some pictures, but I changed out a couple light fixtures, just switched out a couple more lamps in these light fixtures, and then I asked, hey, is there anything else you want me to do? And then they said, yeah, there's actually some show lighting that I want you to take care of. I was like, okay, cool. So I was looking into that, and that literally took the rest of the day. Just one of the craziest situations I've ever seen at work. I can't even. I'll show you that and explain that to you here in a second. But yeah, and also still have the lift at the warehouse. If you remember yesterday, I changed out all the lights in the warehouse, and then there was 3 lights. 3 lights to change outside, and they gave me the light this morning. And then once I asked the lady earlier, hey, is there anything else you want me to do? She said, okay, do the show lighting. So I worked on that for the rest of the day. And then the guy kind of in charge of me right now is kind of mad at me, or got mad at me, because I didn't change the lights on the outside of the building. I forgot to ask him, but he also didn't really enforce it, like, hey, that's priority. So now we have to rent the lift for another day. That's cost another $160 to the customer, because one of us messed up and didn't get it done, or didn't tell me to do it. So anyway, I don't know if it's 50-50 blame or if it's just 100% my fault. Either way, it makes me feel bad because I did this thing wrong, and so that doesn't make me feel very well. And then also messing with the show lighting just like really pissed me off, just because I just felt like super stressed. I understand, like, we're doing this job like time and money. I think that's what they call it, T&M. So basically they just charge the customer for the time and the materials. Yeah, maybe it was time and material if I said that wrong. So time and material. So basically just working on this lighting all day, just making me feel like I'm wasting a whole bunch of time. It's stressful. Nothing was going right. No one was really understanding the situation that I was in. I was trying to call the guy, like, hey, I've never seen one of these before. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And then he was just, hey, look at the diagram. The diagram wasn't working. I tried like a whole bunch of different situations. And I guess I don't know if I looked at the diagram wrong, or if it was just the way that it was wired wrong before. Anyways, finally got it figured out once another guy came over from the office to check it out, and he looked at it for like an hour or 2, and so he couldn't figure it out. But basically he just started messing with the wires and finally got it. Just tried another combination that I didn't try. So anyways, it was a stressful day, and just like all this stuff is just piling on me. So I just don't know how much longer I can take this. Maybe it's just a bad day. Maybe everything will be better for here on out, or better tomorrow. But just a lot of stress, anxiety. I usually go to the bathroom when I get stressed out. Took 3 stress poops today at work, not gonna lie. Or it's just a combination of eating pints of ice cream and bottles of salad dressing, so you never know. But anyways, it was super stressful. And yeah, so anyways, I'll jump into the footage here real quick. I'm already at like 5.5 minutes, but I'll jump into the video footage, try to slow it down and try to explain to you guys what's happening. But that's pretty much it. That's where I'm at right now. Just a lot of stress. Like I said, I'm not used to dealing with customers. Usually just used to going to a job site, dealing with a foreman, new construction, no problem. But all this like old crap and like trying to fix old crap and put in new parts and rewire something that's broken, and something using old lights that are 10 to 40 years old and like it's wired wrong. Like it already looks like it should have caused a fire, to be honest. It like exploded or something. It's just nuts. But anyways, I'm gonna jump in and show you that real quick. Had a rough day, as you can tell, but just trying to be honest with you guys. I mean, I was pretty pissed off, but I watched a couple TikToks and they were inspiring and they made me feel better. But anyways, gonna jump in and show you that, guys, that real quick, and that's probably gonna wrap it up. So before I say goodbye, if you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Help out the channel. And if you want more stuff, more videos about the union and just what it's like to be an electrician, open and honest, feel free to subscribe. Check the description for anything else and hit notification bell to be notified when I upload or do live streams. Let's get to the rest of the video. All right, guys, peace out. All right, so starting off my day, I went ahead and changed out a couple ballasts because they were bad. Actually, this one was humming, so it was bad and it wasn't working. So changed that out, got that replaced. This is what it looks like when it's done. I think this was actually a picture from yesterday, but anyways, I changed out the ballast in both of these 2 foot by 2 foot because when I put in the new bulbs, on the one on the left, it wasn't working still. So obviously the brand new light bulbs were brand new, and it would explain why the ballast was bad. Locked off the switch. I know that's not really a thing, but I locked off the switch just because I'm not going to go find the breaker. Anyways, got these new 8 foot fluorescent lights. Can't even think right now, I'm so mad. Anyways, got some of those. 2 of them were bad, had to go get new ones. Here's the switches, a junction box. Here's where this exploded or whatnot. It was overheating in the old ballast was overheating in the light. And here is the situation here. It's probably super slow-mo and it's really weird, but the lights were just like going on and off. Basically, if you look on the left or here shortly, one of the tombstones was hooked up to 120 volt, and the other tombstone was hooked up to the neutral. And on the other side, the tombstone was blue, and the other tombstone was red for the low voltage. So it's kind of avoiding the ballast. It was just basically hooking up 120 to these lights, and that's the way that it was sitting for I don't know how long. Luckily, it didn't start a fire, but so I hooked it back up. I hooked it back up the way that I found it, and then it wasn't working like this, so I took it all apart, literally rewired the whole thing to the diagram. That I didn't do it right, or it wasn't working, so I took it back apart, rewired it a second time, exactly how I found it. Still wasn't working, obviously, but I was hoping that maybe tightening up some wire nuts might have fixed it. It didn't. So now we're literally rewiring it a third time, and this time it's going to be right with the red wire on the right and the 2 blue wires individually on the left. So 1 blue wire to the 2 blacks, 1 blue wire to the 2 whites, and then the ballast on the 120. So finally got it figured out. All right, I couldn't really keep up with the speed of the video. I don't know if I didn't slow it down enough, but anyways, gonna be going back there tomorrow. Now that we got it figured out, my coworker got it figured out, I'm gonna go back there and match the other 2 lights to the one that he did, and then that should complete it, and then do the 3 lights outside, and then that should finish everything for this job. So that's what I got going on tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes smooth, because today it was a nightmare. Literally, it was terrible. Yeah, I think, yeah, once we hooked up the lighting, once we hooked it up the second time and then put the lights back in, I don't even remember. Maybe we were testing something out, but literally put the lights in, and my coworker got shocked because the ballast had 70 volts on it somehow. I have no idea how, but the ballast had 70 volts on it. So when my coworker touched the ballast, he got shocked. And then he went to go get his tester, and he went to stick his tester inside of the wire nut of the hot and the neutral. And I was like holding on to the hot wire nut, and I think I got shocked through the wire nut. I don't know. I feel like a little like prick right in the middle of this finger right here. It still kind of stings, so I'm assuming I probably got 70 volts as well. I'm not sure, but it was crazy. Like literally, like took my hot stick, literally took my hot stick, my little wiggy. You put like in a plug or on a extension cord, and it says, and it beeps and it says it's hot. Literally like 3 or 4 feet away from this ballast, it was going off. Like I couldn't even get close to it. It was nuts. But anyways, I think he said it was like 700 volts or something, because when he stuck his meter in there, it like went up to like 600 volts or something. So I have no idea how or why, but something was totally whack, and that's when we rewired it for the 3rd time and got it right. So we will be matching that, or I will be matching that tomorrow. So hopefully everything goes right, but it was just nuts. I've never seen anything like it before. And like the if I didn't explain it to you, I'll throw it in the clip again, but like the whole inside of the light was just completely black, like it exploded. It was melting. The wires were so fried, I couldn't even strip off the wire. I couldn't even strip off the sheathing off the wire. It was like melted on there like a rock. It was crazy. So one of the wildest situations I've seen. I mean, that's not really nothing terrible, but there's some pretty crazy stuff out there. But it was definitely like, oh my gosh, so much overwhelming stuff. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for stopping by. I'll throw that clip in at the end again of the inside of the light fixture that is completely black. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Better days to the future, hopefully. Hopefully this is just one off day and everything gets better, but I know the company that I'm at doesn't quite have all their stuff together. They used to be non-union, and now they're union, so they're kind of getting used to the union and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'll just leave it at that. Hopefully tomorrow's better, and I should be back at this job site tomorrow for sure, and then return the lift when I'm done, and then go back to the shop and work on in the panel shop and work on those couple things that I have on the panel. So anyways, that will do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Appreciate you guys. Peace out. All right, so if you look at down there at the left side, that is a completely white fixture, and if you look at this fixture, it's completely black or brown. That white spot is where I took out the ballast, but completely exploded or overheated. Everything is just crazy in there. But anyways, I was also going to say, along with the 10-hour days, just like leaving at like 6 in the morning and getting home at like 6 at night, it's just something I'm not used to. I'm used to getting home at 2:30 or 3:30, or getting off work at 2:30 or 3:30, so not quite used to the 10 hours, and I don't know if I like it. All right, last thing. I just want to say, I don't know, but I just want to give you guys a warning that, hey, this isn't a message to say, oh, you shouldn't be an electrician or anything like that, or after 9 years you might have a mental breakdown or you might hate it or whatever. I mean, you could, but I'm just saying this is where I'm at today. And like, I don't know, I just don't like this position that I'm in. Like, I kind of feel trapped. Like, I need money, but I don't want to leave my company, and I'm kind of already like getting adjusted to working at a new company in the union and stuff like that. So I just don't know. It's just a weird situation. Like, maybe there's another company out there that's better, but I just don't really want to leave right now. Worst case, they fire me or whatever. I'm sure that wouldn't feel great either. But if I'm not a good fit for this company, then that's fine. No hard feelings, but it would just feel like a letdown if they let me go. I'd rather leave on my own, but it's just a really weird situation. Like, I don't know. I just don't think I'm really made for the travel life. Like, I'm used to just like working around, like maybe 10, 20 miles away, and every day I'm driving like 35 miles one way to work. So it's just, I don't think travel life is made for me. So if I ever switch to another company down the road, I'm definitely going to make sure that I'm not traveling far and then I'm also going to probably be sitting in traffic, just because most of the work is probably going to be in Oregon, and coming back over the Oregon bridges is like an hour, hour and a half every day. It's just a nightmare. So I don't know if the union is not for me. I just know at my old company it was really great and I enjoyed it. It was probably super boring and repetitive, but no real complaints there. Some people were starting to get annoying with their jokes, but other than that, it was the best company I've ever worked for. So I don't know, just some things to think about if you're thinking about joining or being an electrician one day, union or non-union. So this is where I'm at today. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for listening. That's all I got. All right, guys. Bye. All right, just kidding. One last thing. So I have noticed between the union and non-union checks, it is pretty similar, about the same, about $1,100 a week. That was kind of working in Oregon in the union, or half Washington, half Oregon in the union. But I just got my first Washington check, all Washington, 40 hours. So that is about $200 more on the check, and with the vacation fund, it's about $300 more per week. So that is a definite bonus perk, but I just don't know if all this stress is worth it, at least with the company that I'm at right now. So if there was another company in Washington offering me a job, I'd probably take it like tomorrow. But yeah, so the money is nicer, granted that you're working in a better state than Oregon. So anyways, I think that's all that I wanted to say. Yeah.